مرحبا صباح الخير كيف حالكم؟ Let's start our lesson for today. Our world is to read a paragraph and answer in writing questions that could be asked using the question words من, ماذا, أين, متى, وكيف. In the last couple of lessons, we have done do it and use it by answering the questions. Today, we are going to go for own it and we are going to form our related question after reading a paragraph. Let's see how do we do that. تعالوا نراجع. Let's revise أدوات الاستفهام the question words ماذا, أين, مع من, متى, وكيف. Pause the video and practice them if you are not sure about any of them. الآن now تعالوا نتعلم. Let's learn كيف نكون سؤال. How to form a question. There are 4 basic steps that you need to do to form a question. You find the word that you want to ask about it. You think of a suitable question word to use to ask about that thing that you want to ask about. Number 3, you need to write the question word that you are going to use and it should be followed by the verb. And then you need to write the rest of the sentence excluding without writing the word that you are asking about it. Let's have an example. مثال. هذه جملة. There is a sentence. نريد أن نكون سؤال. تعالوا نقرأ الجملة. Let's read the sentence. قبل أمس ذهبت إلى المدرسة. Let's translate it. The day before yesterday I went to the school. We need to determine first the word that we want to ask about. Let's assume that I want to ask about the time. قبل أمس. We need to determine which question word is suitable to use it to ask about the time. What is when بالعربي? متى. ممتاز. So we are going to write the question word متى followed by the verb and then the rest of the sentence. So your question should look like that. متى, when. ذهبت, you went. إلى المدرسة. And then علامة استفهام, question mark at the end of the question. You need to remember that you don't write again the thing that you are asking about, the word that you are asking about. And remember that the question word mark in Arabic looks to the question, not the other way around. Let's have another example to make it more clear. Remember always the 4 steps of forming a question. ونأخذ مثال آخر. Let's have another example. It's the same sentence but we are going to ask about something else. تعالوا نقرأ مرة أخرى. Let's read it one more time. قبل أمس ذهبت إلى المدرسة. The day before yesterday I went to the school. Let's ask about المدرسة. إلى المدرسة. A place. Which question word that we need to use to ask about a place? مكان. Well done if you said أين. أين means where. So what do we need to write now? We need to write the question word followed by the verb followed by the rest of the sentence. So the question will be أين, where. ذهبت, you went. قبل أمس, the day before yesterday. ثم علامة استفهام, question mark. And what do we need to remember? We don't repeat again the word that we are asking about it. If your sentence is getting longer or if your sentence is becoming a paragraph, you need to cut it into parts. Let's see how can we do that. العام الماضي سافرت إلى الهند بالطائرة مع عائلتي. Last year I traveled to India by aeroplane with my family. Let's cut this sentence into smaller parts so that we can determine the words that we need to ask about it. مثال example. العام الماضي سافرت إلى الهند. I'll pick only until here and I will be asking about the time, the period of time, العام الماضي. Which question word are we going to use? Well done if you said متى. متى سافرت إلى الهند? When you traveled to India. مثال آخر, we got another part of the sentence. سافرت إلى الهند بالطائرة. I'm going to take only that part of the sentence. I traveled to India by airplane. I'm going to ask a question about the means of transportation. So, which question word are we going to use? أحسنت, ممتاز if you said كيف. كيف, how. سافرت إلى الهند, how you travel to India. Let's have another part of the sentence. سافرت إلى الهند مع عائلتي. If I want to ask about the person that you were with, ماذا أقول? What do I say? مع من. ممتاز. مع من سافرت إلى الهند? With whom you traveled to India. One more part of the sentence. العام الماضي. سافرت إلى الهند If I'm going to ask about الهند, India, I'm going to say أين سافرت العام الماضي? When you traveled last year. And if I want to make the sentence longer and longer, العام الماضي سافرت إلى الهند بالطائرة مع عائلتي. It means that I'm going to ask a question about what did you do last year, a general question saying ماذا what فعلت what you did العام الماضي last year. So your answer will be the whole thing that you have done last year. And now it's your task. You have a paragraph here and I want you to choose from task 1 or task 2 to make suitable questions. We'll be reading it together. بالأمس ذهبت إلى المدرسة بالحافلة الكبيرة مع أختي. أولاً تعلمت اللغة العربية والحساب، ثم مارست الرياضة في الملعب مع أصدقائي. بعد الظهر استخدمت الحاسوب في درس العلوم. I want you to choose from either task 1 or task 2 and to do them in your Arabic book. Remember the steps that you need to take to compose a question and remember the question words أدوات الاستفهام. شكرا ومع السلامة.